Everybody, I had to come on real quick and make a quick video about my meetup group. I know I talk about it in other videos and I promote it. Unfortunately, I had to go through my YouTube channel and I had to remove the link for my meetup group because my meetup group was compromised. I had a meeting last week on Wednesday, and come Thursday, I find out that I was removed as the organizer of the group, and I was the sole organizer of the group and facilitator of the group. I didn't have anybody helping me or co-organizers or anything like that. So I was a bit confused. I didn't really know how the heck this even happened because I've had this group for over a year, and go to find out that my membership dues were up and the credit card on file had an expired date and it didn't go through. So, and this, I think it was like July 5th, because it was right around the July 4th holiday, weekend and not. So I didn't even realize that it didn't go through and that the credit card that they had was, errored. So I didn't think anything of it. And then I get notifications from the group and I find out that someone's taken over the role of the organizer. So I had contacted this person and was curious, how did this happen? Like, who are you and why did you take over my group? Why did you think it was even ethical to take over my group? And I had an event the night before, so it's not like my page was abandoned. And I'm saying that because that was one of the things that she tried saying. She's like, oh, well, you abandoned your group. And I'm like, I did not abandon my group. I'm like, I had an event last night and I was trying to just resolve the issue. So I know that you can step down as an organizer when you're in these groups, and I was trying to allow this woman the opportunity to step down from my group. Okay, you thought you were saving my group from abandonment. I don't know what this Robin Hood kind of idea that this woman had, but she didn't. And she basically was just like, oh, well, you're lost kind of stuff. I'm summing that up, by the way. And the minute I said to her, this is bullshit, she said, oh, you're using profanity. Have a great day. Bye. And she blocked me and she kicked me out of my online group. So now I'm like, what? I'm like, all these people are in my group for me. They're not in that group for you, and they're not going to use your info. It's mind boggling to me. It really, really, really is. So I just also want to say that meetup, I'm extremely disappointed that something like this can even happen. I also reached out to other facilitators that I know that are part of other groups that are created. Like, they do the same thing I do, and we talk about similar topics, and we attend each other's events, and we have good standing relationships. And I reached out to them and I let them know, like, oh my God, this just happened to my group. Like, this can happen to anybody. But the thing that's even more disturbing, and the thing that I want to mention mainly in this video, is that the woman who took over my group is one of, I don't know if it's like 4 or 5 of them, but she's definitely the ringleader, the one that I dealt with, the one that I conversed with, and stuff like that. But there's about 5 of them, and I'm going to explain why there's about 5 of them. Because when people like her exist, and I'm going to explain to you what type of person I think she is, they don't tend to like to do this on their own. Because when the cards fall, they like to not be the only person who's going to have to deal with the blow. The issue that I have with this woman is that she's preying on the people who need help. And she knows that they need help because they're part of my group, right? Why would you be part of my group if you weren't seeking help? But then she went out and told everybody that they had to pay a $10 fee in order to get into one of her events. Now, this is something that I never did. So she's now facilitating my group, taking over these ridiculous rules. She has zero schooling, okay? And she even says, I don't have a degree, I this, I that, blah, blah, blah. Like, totally puts herself down to, the most humblest of levels. But then tells people that they have to pay $10. And I mean, it's really narcissistic in nature. I think that once I compile all of my information on this woman, I want people to know who this person is. And there's many times in my life where, like, I've been in situations where I've had to deal with someone and they've wronged like many people before me, and then they wrong me. And I don't care if you did it to 50,000 people before me. Like, if I have the energy and if I have, my life strength going on right now and I want to expose it, yeah, I'm going to do it. She's trying to be very secretive with like links so I can't get into my groups. She's taking steps that are excessive in nature for someone who claims to just want to help. And, she knows what she's doing is wrong. And that's why she's trying to negate and hide behind certain things. So, yeah, I'm going to expose her. And I want everybody to know who this person is, because she's the problem with anything involving narcissism. There is more than enough information on YouTube, online, everywhere about narcissism. You can find support groups, you can find education, you can find videos, you can find, it goes on and on and on, the type of stuff. There's no shortage in narcissistic information when it comes online. But when you're doing one-on-one, what I was doing with my group, it's not very common because people charge. I did not charge. I could talk about this, trust me, because this shit is aggravating. Don't let yourself become victimized by her and her little supposed organization that she's with, because there is no organization, there is no group. They're just a bunch of lonely people who have nothing better to do in life but to create a platform of people who just keep discussing the same things and stay within this cycle of toxicity, with no really root of healing or how to fix people. So it's a very dangerous thing. These are people's lives that we are talking about here. And there are certain members that I was in communications with that the organization role doesn't allow me to communicate with them anymore. It's just wrong on multiple levels, the type of things that are happening as a result of this greedy, egotistical, narcissistic woman who took over. Because at the end of the day, you don't have horrible core values and you don't have, shitty characteristics and still go around and do good things. You can have a bad day here or there, but when you pull stunts like that and you are like basically preying on someone and waiting for that opportunity for you to jump into their shoes, it's pathetic. And there's a lot wrong with that, even psychologically. So I'm going to get into all of this, and I am looking forward to airing out this woman, the vile and disgusting ways that she's trying to get people who need help and need support pay for it. She doesn't have any type of credentials to put herself on that pedestal and kind of demand and dictate that people follow her new protocol. It's just, like I said, it's disturbing. Her ego is really big right now, as she's utilizing not only, by the way, my page and my group. She started taking over a bunch of groups, and she started renaming them. It's freaking bizarre now, and also keep in mind that when you're a facilitator and organizer on these groups, you have to pay your dues, right? So like your fees. Who in their right mind has the time to take over, say, 20 groups? And like I said, I have the receipts, so I'm going to be pulling up, screenshots, and I'm going to be showing you all of the stuff that I've been collecting regarding her and her stunt moves that she's been pulling since she's crossed my path, at least. Yeah, so I'm going to be excited to bring that to light. And also I wanted my members to know what the heck was going on, because I don't have any ways to communicate with them right now. And I know a good chunk of my members are on my YouTube channel, so I wanted to make this video for you guys and let you know I have not gone anywhere. I'm still here. I still have the same email address. You can contact me here, anywhere. So I also wanted to let that platform be brought to light again. And I, unfortunately, like I said earlier in the video, I removed all my links. So I don't have any hyperlinks. I don't have anything connecting my YouTube channel to that group. And I don't know if I'm going to start up another meetup group, because I'm extremely disappointed in meetup for how this even happened. So I'm not sure where I'm going to have this platform for support. I still have to look into that. But I appreciate everybody who has reached out to me since, because I have had members reach out. I've been communicating with you guys. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate your support and love you.